guys, welcome to Bastion Time. I'm your host Bastion. This is Nintendo News, back in the usual room. I haven't been here in a long time. Well, I have, but I haven't recorded in a long time, so you guys haven't been here in a long time. This, by the way, is my living room. In case you didn't know, there's a sofa there, the projector screen over there, all kinds of stuff, but you never see that, and you never will. I have no idea why I just said that. Anyways, the point is, Nintendo dropped some huge bombshells on us out of nowhere. Yesterday, I think it was, they said, oh, by the way, there's going to be a Nintendo Direct Japanese only, and today it came out, and I do not understand, well, we'll get to that eventually, but why it was Japanese only I'm still not understanding, but in any case, it's called the new Nintendo 3DS, both the regular version and the LL version, which is their version of the XL over there, and holy moly, this thing is crazy. So, first of all, supposedly, this is just a rumor, but the actual power has been doubled. All Nintendo will say is that the power has been improved quite a bit, but people who have been able to look at the specs say those numbers are double the regular 3DS specs, so that's amazing. It has, as you can tell, a whole other Circle Pad Pro sort of thing. It's just a stick. It's called the C-Stick to sort of wink back at the old GameCube controller. It's also, you can't, I don't know what pictures or what I'll have up on here, but you might not be able to see this, but it has got two new Z buttons up near the left and right button. There's now a Z left and a Z right. It's moved a whole bunch of things around. It moves the power button to a slightly different area. It moved the card slot over down to the bottom to make room for those Z buttons. But the most amazing feature about it, in my opinion, is that some of us turn the 3D down when we're playing action sort of games. When I'm playing like an RPG, it's not a big deal. I'm not shaking the 3DS around, but when I am playing an action-y kind of game, I did have to turn the 3D down quite a bit on The Link Between Worlds because I would just get so into the game that I was moving it all over the place, and as you will probably have experienced, when you move it even slightly out of the sweet spot, it gets blurry, the 3D effect is destroyed, and it's like, well, what was even the point of this? Who can possibly hold it super still? They have solved that problem because now the 3DS can track your eyes and adjust so that it is always, no matter what angle you're looking at it at, it's going to be, the 3D effect is going to be flawless. I cannot believe that it took them only this short period of time to improve on that technology. That sells it for me, in my opinion. I've already got my fancy Zelda 3DS XL. I think I'm gonna have to get the new 3DS because that's just awesome. The screens themselves are better quality in some kind of technical way that I don't understand, so you can click on the links down below for those kind of details. We have words that the NFC will be integrated into this new version of the 3DS, which makes sense, of course it will be. It now has a micro SD card slot, so no longer need those bigger SD cards. That's kind of interesting. And also, another interesting thing we learned is Xenoblade Chronicles, which came out for the Wii, is going to have a port to the 3DS, and it looks perfect. So if you enjoyed Xenoblade Chronicles on the Wii, or always meant to play it but never did, now you can enjoy it on the 3DS. I think this is a good move for Nintendo. It's going to annoy a lot of people out there. A lot of people are going to say, but I've already got my 3DS, and yeah, but it almost feels like maybe they should have sat on this technology for the 4DS or whatever the next handheld is, but oh well, it's going to rake in some cash for them, and I can't fault them for that. The only thing that is annoying to me, and I do have to say this, is going back to the Xenoblade Chronicles thing, that game is going to be exclusive to the 3DS, to the new 3DS. For the very good reason that it's going to utilize that extra C-Stick So what happens if a lot of people are developing games that utilize that C-stick and thus make those games exclusive to the new 3DS? It's like, it's going to alienate a lot of people. It's going to confuse a lot of people. There were people just this past holiday season that were furious that their Wii U games were not playing in their Wiis, because it's got the word Wii in it, right? So it's going to cause all kinds of problems, I'm sure, when people buy these new 3DS games, and then they're like, why doesn't this work in my 3DS? And it's because, oh, this is for a completely different handheld whose name sounds exactly like the 3DS. They should have called it, going back to my constant complaints about the Wii U, they should have called it the Super 3DS or something like that, so that way people were like, oh, okay, this is a completely different thing, but maybe it'll all work out just fine. That's my only complaint. And then also, I'm kind of annoyed that the Nintendo Direct was Japanese only, just for Japan, and they only talked about the release date for Japan, which, by the way, is October 11th. It did come out after the fact that the release date for Europe is 2015, sometime within 2015, so we already know that at least a couple months are going to pass before it's out over in Europe. When is it out in the US? Probably the same time as Europe. So that's probably why there was no Nintendo Direct for Europe and the US, because it's not coming out till next year probably over here, which is, I don't understand that at all, but oh well. Anyways, it looks awesome. What do you guys think about it? Are you gonna pick it up? Do you already have a 3DS? And if so, are you going to be plunking down the money for the new 3DS? Let me know your guys' thoughts down in the comments below. See you guys tomorrow for more news. Bye, guys.